Have you ever complimented a woman on her smile, her dress, or her eyes, and felt like it just fell flat? Here's the truth. Most men don't know. The compliments that truly hook a woman's heart, they're the ones she rarely hears, but desperately wants to. No, it's not. You're not like other girls, and definitely not. You look good for your age. Seriously, who's still saying that? In today's video, we're diving deep into female psychology mixed with a dose of Stoic wisdom to uncover 3 powerful compliments that will not only melt her defenses, but make her obsess over you. Because when you speak to her mind and soul instead of just her looks, you instantly rise above 95% of men. But stay till the end because the last compliment, it's one that triggers something primal in her psychology. Miss it? And you'll never know why she kept ghosting you after things seemed perfect. 1. I admire how you think. Let's begin with a compliment that women rarely hear, yet it has the power to instantly elevate how she sees you. I admire how you think. Now, on the surface, it might sound simple, maybe even underwhelming. But here's where most men get it wrong. They focus on what's visible, not what's valuable. Think about it. Most compliments women receive on a daily basis are about their looks. You're beautiful. That dress looks amazing on you. Wow, your smile is perfect. Sure, these are nice, but they're predictable, expected. And in today's world, where dopamine hits come from likes, swipes, and surface-level flattery, real validation is a rare currency. So when you say, I admire how you think, you're doing something radically different. You're shifting the spotlight from her appearance to her intellect. Here's what's really happening behind the scenes. Psychologically, this kind of compliment taps into something deeply rooted in the female brain, the desire for emotional recognition. According to social neuroscience studies, women are biologically wired for connection and understanding. They don't just want to be looked at. They want to be seen. They didn't just want to be praised. They want to be understood. And that's why this one line has so much power. You're not just noticing that she has an opinion. You're noticing how she forms it, how she analyzes the world, how she processes, reflects, and makes sense of things. Let's be honest. When was the last time you told a woman, wow, your argument structure in that debate was flawless? Exactly. You probably just changed the topic or nodded politely. But here's the thing. This compliment shows Stoic maturity. You're not reacting emotionally. You're observing, reflecting, respecting. A man grounded in Stoicism doesn't need to dominate a conversation. He doesn't need to win an argument. He listens. He learns. He compliments thought, not ego. And that's attractive on a level that's hard to describe but impossible to ignore. When you say, I admire how you think, you're planting a seed in her mind, a powerful one. Because now she's imagining you as someone who truly gets her, not just someone who wants something from her. She starts to wonder, who is this guy? Why is he seeing a side of me no one else does? And that curiosity turns into emotional investment. That's the secret most men miss. Women don't fall for you when you flatter them. They fall for you when they feel understood by you. And if you can trigger that emotion, you're not just another guy in her DMs. You become memorable, desirable, even irresistible. But let's take it one step further, because if her mind is the entry point, what happens when you compliment something even deeper than thought? What if you could touch a part of her that fuels her identity, that shapes how she sees the world and her role in it? The next compliment doesn't just make her feel seen, it makes her feel significant. And when a woman feels significant around you, that's when she starts thinking about you long after you've left the room. Stay with me. 2. You make people around you better. You make people around you better. This next compliment, it flips the script on typical flattery. You make people around you better. Now let that sink in. It's not about how she looks, not even about her personal achievements. It's about her impact, the invisible influence she has on the people in her orbit. And here's why this lands harder than any "you're amazing" cliche. Many emotionally intelligent women carry a silent weight. They lift others. They encourage quietly. They support friends, calm chaos, offer insight, hold emotional space, all without applause. Most of it goes unnoticed. So when you drop this line, you make people around you better. You're seeing the part of her no one acknowledges, but everyone benefits from. This kind of recognition is pure stoicism in practice. It's not charm you admire, it's character. You're not just admiring the effect she has on you, you're noticing the ripple effect she creates in the world. Let's be honest, saying you're hot is easy. But telling her you're the reason your friend finally left that toxic boyfriend, that's real heat. That's the kind of observation that stops her in her tracks. This compliment taps directly into her identity. You're not talking about what she does. You're speaking to who she is. And when you reflect back that kind of power, that she's a woman who elevates those around her, you awaken something in her, the desire to be seen for her value, not just heraldries. Here's what makes this moment so magnetic. When a woman feels appreciated for her essence, not just her appearance or accomplishments, she doesn't just feel good about you. She feels safe with you, drawn to you because now she sees you as a man with depth. Someone who's not distracted by noise, but tuned in to what really matters. And in a world where everyone wants attention, you're offering something far more rare. Understanding. That's how obsession starts. Not from grand gestures, but from quiet recognitions that speak louder than words. But let's go one layer deeper. If complimenting her impact makes her feel seen, what happens when you compliment something that stirs her desire? Not the desire to be validated, but the desire to feel wanted, admired, and magnetically drawn to you. Stick around, because the final compliment doesn't just touch her heart, it pulls her closer. 3. There's something about you I can't explain. Now, this last one, it's not just a compliment. It's a spell. There's something about you I can't explain. Why does this line hit so hard? Because it leaves space. Space for mystery. Space for curiosity. And most importantly, space for her imagination to come alive. You see, we live in a world where everything is labeled, defined, explained. But women don't fall in love through logic. They fall through emotion, ambiguity, and intrigue. Studies show that women's emotional centers are more responsive to unresolved curiosity, meaning, when you say, "I don't know what it is about you," her mind starts racing to figure it out. She becomes the one chasing your interpretation, your approval, your deeper thoughts. This is where attraction deepens into obsession. Because instead of feeding her a polished compliment like you're gorgeous or you're smart, you're giving her a puzzle. One she wants to solve you? It's like whispering, "Hey, there's a fire in you I can't name." Now she's wondering what flame you're seeing, even if what makes this line unique didn't know it existed. Here's what makes this line uniquely stoic. You're not overwhelmed. You're not gushing or trying to impress. You're calmly observing something unnameable. It's emotional self-control wrapped in authentic vulnerability. Stoic men don't chase validation. They recognize depth without needing to define it. And that subtle power, it draws her in, not with pressure but pull. Every woman wants to feel like she's more than the sum of her traits. She wants to be felt, not just described, desired, not just approved of. And this compliment delivers that exact sensation. You're telling her, "I feel something I can't fully explain, but I'm not walking away from it." And suddenly, you're no longer just a man in her life. You're the mystery she can't get out of her head. So now you know the 3 compliments she craves but rarely hears. 1, I admire how you think. 2, you make people around you better. 3, there's something about you I can't explain. But here's the real question. What will you do with this knowledge? Because knowing how to spark her interest is one thing. Knowing how to keep it burning, that's a different level. Here's the secret most men miss. Women aren't obsessed with compliments. They're obsessed with being seen, understood, and respected on a level that most men are too distracted or too shallow to reach. But you just unlocked a new language of attraction. A language built not on pickup lines or charm, but on stoic strength, emotional awareness, and genuine presence. So here's your next move. The next time you're with a woman, don't tell her she looks beautiful. Tell her she makes you feel more grounded. Watch her reaction, then come back here and comment what happened. I guarantee you'll be surprised. And if you found value in this, hit the like button so more Mensen level up with this wisdom. Subscribe for more psychological strategies and Stoic dating truths every week. Because attraction isn't just chemistry.